Good evening and welcome to our episode 50. Who knew? In the television business, they will be completing 4 seasons. So, thank you for your support and encouragement during this process. It's been a lot of fun. Before we begin, I'm going to do a shameless plug for upcoming book Shortcut to Serenity. It is designed to help one find that elusive peace within. The book will be launched on September 15th, and the ebook version is available to pre order from your favorite device, including Kindle, Nook, Apple Books, Kobo, and others. So please place your order as it is well worth your time, I promise. So now that the plug is out of our way, let's start. Well, actually, before we begin, just a quick reminder that we have guided meditations on the website meditativeman.org. We have 16 audio meditations, so you can use those for your daily practice. The average is about 13 to 14 minutes. So if you can spare 13 minutes a day, I think it will go a long way. So I do hope you take advantage of them. And now let's start with our gratitude attitude. If you would, gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. And as you breathe out, let your body loose. Take one more deep breath. This time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you are thankful for that happened in the past 1 week. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. And now, let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you're with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, live free or die. Have you heard that slogan for the US state of New Hampshire? People in New Hampshire are independent minded. They have this libertarian streak, if you will. They don't want too much interference from the government in their lives. If you think about it, most of us want to live free. We want to be able to make our own decisions and do what we think is best for us. But are we really living freely? Most times, we are tied to the so-called 8 worldly winds: pleasure, pain, gain and loss, praise and blame, fame and disrepute. Think about it. Almost every decision that we make is either to avoid the negative winds or to attract the positive winds. Let's take pleasure and pain, for example. We all want pleasure from any activity that we engage in. What we don't realize is pleasure is transitory. When the winds shift, pain replaces pleasure. What gives pleasure at the moment may inflict pain at some other time. I often talked about the pizza example, which is so appropriate here again. Say you love pizza. Eating pizza gives you pleasure. But if you keep eating that pizza beyond your capacity, you'll eventually throw up. The same pizza that brought pleasure can inflict pain. So it's not certainly the pizza that gives us pleasure. Sadhguru always says this, that pain and pleasure are within us. It is so true. What does that mean, you may ask? It means that the experience of pleasure and pain comes from our mind. It is our mind that interprets something to be pleasurable or painful. Pizza itself on its own side is neither pleasurable nor painful. Let's talk about the next set of worldly winds: gain and loss. If we get elated by gains, we'll be hurt as much by the losses. As we all know, it's a cyclical world, right? What goes up must come down. And if we are too excited when we are going up, we'll be really in pain when it comes down. My dad always says this. He says to remember there is always Sunday after Saturday. શનિવાર પછી રવિવાર આવવાનું છે. What does that mean? It means not all days are going to be as comfortable as you are enjoying right now. Just be mindful and not get overly excited when things are going our way. The next set of worldly winds are praise and blame. So we all like when people praise us for our work. But with praise, we should be prepared for criticism also. If we are all pumped up when someone praises us, right, we'll be actually equally disappointed when someone criticizes us. So it's natural to think that not everyone is going to praise us for our work, right? It's just not possible. So let's make sure we stay even keel when praise comes our way. And that will help us stay even keel when the blame is assigned to us. The last set of worldly winds are fame and disrepute. Everyone wants to be famous in this social media culture. We live by likes and dislikes on social media. But if the fame puts us on top, then we must be prepared to disrepute that may show up someday. In the age of social media, it is very easy, unfortunately. Remember that saying that goes that higher you climb, the deeper you drop. If the fame brings you on top of your world, then disrepute will drop you to the bottom. So let not fame get us all excited and all pumped up. Why do I talk about all this? So this actually ties back to equanimity discussion we had in the past. When the worldly winds of pleasure, gain, fame, disrepute, praise, they are all blowing our ways. We need to learn to be equanimous and not let that boost our ego too much. It will prevent us from falling hard when the wind shift on the other direction. And that is what is most important. If we can do that, then we'll be living truly freely. That would be living free and not be slaves to worldly winds. So, hope that makes sense. Um, in today's meditation, I want to go back to basics. Let's do a simple breathing meditation. We'll keep our focus on our breath and settle down at our hearts. And then we'll just enjoy that peace within. That's the idea. If you are ready, let's begin. So let's get into a meditation posture. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure your legs are straight. If you can, get into a cross-legged position. Make sure your back is upright, spine is erect, shoulders straight. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. That way, any tension you may have in your jaws will disappear. Keep your palms in your lap, right over left, thumbs gently touching each other. Now, take a deep breath. As you breathe out, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, get all your muscles loose. Now, bring your attention to the sensation of your breath. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your focus on the sensation of your breath for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts away in light and disappears. Things that have not yet happened are not real anyway. So it is just this moment. Stay in this moment. Enjoy the peace that this moment brings. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just be in this moment. If you catch yourself thinking some thoughts, just bring yourself to this moment. If your thoughts have hijacked you in some other world, bring your attention back to sensation of your breath for about 10 breaths, and then enjoy the peaceful moment. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just enjoy the peace within. Enjoy this inner peace for a minute or so on your own. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions?
No
Question?
No questions. Just what we did. It's just very difficult to put in practice. Takes a lot of time, I think.
The breathing piece?
No, the live free that we talked about.
Oh, yes. That is very difficult. You're absolutely right. But we have to start, right?
Yeah.
If we start somewhere, it's not going to happen overnight,
Yeah.
right? But if we start somewhere where we say, okay, well, you know what, I'm not going to do X, Y. I mean, just pick one, right? We don't have to do everything at once.
Yeah. Make a conscious decision. Yes, that's I think.
And the biggest thing is about being mindful. So I read somewhere over this weekend, or was it meditation retreat? Somebody said something which caught my eye. It said that it's very important to be mindful and to be conscious about what we do, because our karmas, they force us in certain directions. So we may be predisposed to, let's say, praise. We like, get pumped up when someone praises us, or we, whatever that may be, but we have these predispositions. And unless we are mindful and conscious about it, it's very difficult to get away from that. Our default mode goes there, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting that, every time we just, because it's easy to slip, right? Even if we've been good, whole week, and one day it just goes away.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very difficult. I agree with you 100%. But
And it's practice. Yeah, like I said, mindful and then practice it every day. Yep.
Exactly. And the other thing is, if we sleep, it's okay. We shouldn't be bogged down about that, because it will get there, right? It's not like it's going to happen overnight. So yeah, very interesting point.
Yep.
Right, I'm going to stop recording.